A lot of interesting parts to this Arizona-Minnesota game on Sunday. These two teams are so similar. Both teams 4-2, both teams 3-3 against the spread. Both these teams are surprising 4-2. Not many people expected either one of these teams to be playoff-type teams this season. Both these teams were 4-1 heading into last week, and they both lost to losing teams. Arizona losing to the Buffalo Bills, Minnesota losing to the Washington Redskins. Both these teams play the same style of football. These two teams are defense-oriented teams. Their defenses are better than their offenses. Minnesota, 8th in the league in defense right now, 17th in total offense. Arizona, 10th in total defense and 31st in total offense. So we do expect a low-scoring game here, and we do have a low total. 40 is the total in this game. Now, this game is in Minnesota. The Vikings currently listed as a 6-point favorite on BETDAQ. As I said, 40 is that extremely low total. Do expect an ugly, low-scoring game here. These teams have been involved in a lot of those type of games. I think a lot of people give Minnesota a slight edge here just because they have more on offense. They have more in terms of offensive weapons. And I'm not even talking about the quarterback position. We'll get to that in a second. But with the Minnesota Vikings, you're talking about one of the best running backs in the league, maybe the best running back in the league in Adrian Peterson, even though I'm sure Ray Rice would have something to say about that right now. And then you're talking about a guy who is right now very underrated. Now, Minnesota Vikings fans and really fans of the NFC North and all NFL fans by now should know something about Percy Harvin. But this guy, as I said last week, every week I see this guy, I'm just more and more impressed. And coming into the season, I said he might be one of the best playmakers in the NFL. And after 2 or 3 weeks, I said this guy might be one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, one of the best 3 or 4 wide receivers in the league. And now, after seeing this guy play some more, I mean, it's just jaw-dropping. I think Percy Harvin, not only do I think he's a better offensive player than Adrian Peterson, which is saying something because Peterson might be the best back in the league, Percy Harvin might be one of the best offensive players in the entire league, period. I mean, this guy, he catches passes, and boy, does he catch passes. Minnesota feeding him the ball this year. He can be a running back. We've seen him in the backfield this year. He's the best kick returner in the league. What can't he do? Hopefully he can stay healthy. He's had a history throughout his career of being a little fragile. He's missed games due to migraine issues. Haven't seen any of that pop up yet this year. If he can stay healthy, what a weapon the Minnesota Vikings have in Percy Harvin. And that's just a little more than what Arizona has on offense. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald, no doubt about it, it's a great wide receiver. Arizona running back position right now racked by injuries. And they'll be starting a new quarterback this week. Kevin Cobb went down last week with injury, so John Skelton starting this game here. Now, Skelton, you might remember, beat out Cobb in the training camp competition. He was the Week 1 starter, did get hurt in that game. Cobb started ever since. Even though the Cardinals have been really bad on offense this year, as I said, 31st in the league in total offense, I'm not sure I'd be happy about this if I was an Arizona Cardinals fan. You know, winning 4 out of the first 5 games, there was some positive mojo that was sort of developing around this team with Kevin Cobb as a quarterback. Now, no doubt, the defense needs to be given most of the credit for the Cardinals' good play early this season, but still, they were winning games. Kevin Cobb was doing enough. We saw him with a couple of nice late drives in a couple of those games. And John Skelton taking over. You know, Skelton is a really young guy. I'm just not sure I would like this if I was an Arizona Cardinal fan. And I think that's a big reason why we're seeing Minnesota as a 6-point favorite in this game. The fact that there's some uncertainty now at the quarterback position for Arizona. Not that it was all rosy before with Kevin Cobb, but also the playmakers that Minnesota has on offense. I think most people think Minnesota has a little more on offense this year, and that's why they give them the slight edge in this game. And I agree with that, but I think 6 points is a little bit too many in this situation. You see a total like 40. We expect this to be a really low-scoring game. I said the word ugly earlier. Wouldn't surprise me if this is an ugly game. Arizona has mastered those kind of games so far this season. Finally lost a game like that last week to Buffalo. But giving Arizona right now 6 points against a team that's not going to run away from them. And I don't expect the Vikings to run away from Arizona because I don't expect the Vikings to score a whole lot of points on that Arizona defense. Ooh, I don't know. Feels like a lot of points. I expect a Vikings win, but wouldn't surprise me if it's closer than 6. Now, I don't know if I'm going to play on Arizona. To be honest with you, if Kevin Cobb were playing quarterback right now for this week for the Cardinals, and I don't think that would have affected the line much. If Cobb was starting this week, maybe it'd be 4.5 instead of 6, but wouldn't be much of a difference. And if it was 6 and Cobb was playing quarterback, I would be betting on the Cardinals this week, but due to the change at the quarterback position, even though Cobb wasn't doing a whole lot, and I know a lot of people are saying, well, Skelton could be better. He could give them more, and indeed, maybe he could, but I have to see it. I have to see it for a week out of John Skelton. Don't think I'm comfortable backing the Arizona Cardinals this week with a new starting quarterback. But I'll tell you what, if I was going to play on this game, I do believe it would be Arizona and the points. I expect a close one here.